Hey Scott here. Today I'm working on a Troy Bilt lawn tractor that had a leak, an oil leak, and I was able to track down where the leak came from. Basically, it was a valve cover, which is a very common thing on these Briggs and Stratton engines that you'll see in a moment here. So I decided for the first time to use Hondabond, the HT. I think that means high temperature. So check it out. So today I'm working on this Troy Bilt Bronco 42 lawn tractor. And the guy that owns it got a couple issues with it, but it was pretty much smoking. And when I took the hood off, this whole area was covered in oil, and not back here though. So the oil's not coming from like the crankcase seal over there, but somewhere up here. The first inclination is to think it's coming from the valve cover around the gasket somewhere. And I've pressure washed it, and I degreased it, and I had it running for quite some time. And I know there's clearly smoke coming off the muffler from where oil got on the muffler. So the question is, where is it coming from? Oh, there's my pooch there. And so this was all covered in oil again, but not any of this. So it's definitely coming from front. Now I'm noticing back on this side that the gasket material that they used is kind of badly or not well done over here. And I don't know if that was done in the factory. I'm inclined to believe so, because this tractor I know has not been serviced since the guy bought it. So anyway, we're going to keep an eye out for a leak and see what we can find. Alright, here we are looking again at the Troy Bilt Bronco 42, and let me get the hood off and show you what I found. Okay, so I didn't find a specific leak, like visual dripping, but I can tell right there that the muffler's all wet, and that was not that way the last time I took a look at this. So it's definitely, I believe, dripping right from below the oil pan here. So as is standard with some of these Briggs and Stratton engines, and the valve cover on the front here should be leaking. So we're going to take that off, clean it up, and for the first time in my life I'm going to use Hondabond to fix it and see how that goes. Alright, so just to get it out of the way, it's a little warm but it's not hot anymore. And let's get the spark plug wire off of here. We'll get a little towel under here, because good chance we have some drippage. And now we're going to be taking these 4 bolts off with a 3/8 inch socket. And paper towel caught it. Maybe. Come on, don't lose it. Okay, let's see if this will come off easy enough. Well, I'm gonna have to get something to pry it with. Ooh. For something that's leaking, it's on there pretty tight. There we go. so I suspect it was leaking from right here and right here, maybe here too. But anyway, we're going to clean all of this off. We're going to clean all of this off, and we're going to get the Hondabond on there and seal it all up again. Alright, so I got a razor blade here, and we're going to very, very carefully scrape the surfaces here. A little hard to get in here. Alright, well, you get the picture. I'm not going to have to do this on camera the entire time, but we'll clean these both off, and when I get her nice and clear, I'll come back to you. Alright, so we've got the valve cover here all cleaned up, and got this cleaned up pretty good. One last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit with a little brake cleaner. Get the oil residue off of the surface here before I put the Hondabond on. Okay, good, it's not slippery anymore with oil. Alright, so Hondabond HT. Directions: wipe off any moisture, oil, or dirt from the surface. Done. Apply as thinly and evenly as possible using a brush or putty knife. Yeah, probably not. Wait approximately 1 minute, then join the two surfaces. After use, expel air out of the tube. Yeah, okay, so curing speed. Since reaction with atmospheric pressure causes curing, the curing speed depends upon the film thickness and relative humidity. Okay, so surface layer will dry in about 60 minutes, and the film sets to a rubber-like consistency in 15 to 16 hours. It takes about 3 days for the perfect sealing. Since curing develops from the surface, the thicker the layer, the more time it takes. Okay then, nice and thin. I don't want this thing sitting around here for 3 days before I can fire it up. Oh, look, and I got a tube here. I'll have to cut that off. By the way, if you didn't know, see the cap? It's got this pointed thing. That's for this. Punch a hole in the top. For you guys or gals who have used this before, if you think I'm doing something wrong, feel free to leave a comment. I'm always willing to listen to criticism that helps me improve my job performance. doesn't come out of this tube very easy. I'm squeezing pretty hard. I get down on my knees to see under there. I really want to get down on the bottom because obviously that's where the oil leak was before. Well, looks pretty consistent all the way around. I don't know. They said thin, but well, I think I got a pretty good coat there, so let's put this cover on. And I wait a minute. Has it been a minute? Took me more than a minute to put it on. Yeah, let's do this, and I won't press it home just yet. Kind of waiting. I'll get right back to you. Alright, I think I've waited long enough. Let's press this home. Not sticking. I'm just going to look all the way around and make sure it's squeezed out just a smidge all the way around. Looks pretty good. Down on my knees. I can't really tell from the bottom, but I know I had it just slightly thicker on the bottom, so I think we're going to be in good shape. So put this away for the next time. This is, by the way, a 1.9 fluid ounces, so I think it'll take me a while to go through that. Alright, well, there we are. So we'll let it cure for a couple hours, and we'll give it a try. Make sure it doesn't leak. Well, it's been a couple hours, and I had the engine running for quite a while. Got everything good and hot, and I'm eyeballing it, and I'm not seeing any fresh oil. So I think we're golden. It's getting dark out here, that's why I got this flashlight going. So anyway, we'll button this up and get it back to the owner. Thanks for watching.